Hello and welcome back to Project Mastery Podcast. We'll be covering Pareto chart in today's episode. Let's get into the topic. Have you ever noticed how a small set of issues seem to cause most of the headaches in a project? It's not coincidence, it's the Pareto Principle in action. A Pareto chart is a quality management tool that combines a bar graph and a line graph to display the frequency of problems or causes in descending order. It is based on the Pareto Principle 80-20 rule, which states that 80% of the problems are caused by 20% of the factors. In project management, this tool helps managers identify the vital few causes that create the majority of issues so teams can focus resources where they will have the biggest impact. It's a commonly used histogram. It arranges results from most frequent to least frequent. This is to identify which root cause contributes to most problems. Addressing the root cause of most frequent problems will definitely create a great impact on quality. How this tool is going to help in solving problems in project management? Let's understand. Prioritization. It is going to help the project managers focus on the most critical issues instead of spreading resources across minor ones. We will also be able to do root cause analysis. The tool is going to clearly identify the major contributors to defects, delays, or complaints. It creates a very good impact on quality control, especially widely used in control quality and continuous improvement phases. We are able to make data-driven decisions as the tool is going to provide objective evidence for stakeholders, preventive, subjective, or emotional decisions. And there's going to be efficiency when you use this tool. Solving the vital few problems often eliminates most of the overall issues, saving cost and time. As project managers, our resources are always limited. We don't have the luxury of fixing everything at once. The Pareto chart helps us prioritize. It tells us where to focus first on the vital few issues that deliver the biggest improvements. Let's take an example here. In a banking software project, if 80% of the defects are caused by just two issues, example payment gateway errors and login failures, fixing those will deliver the maximum quality improvement. The blue bars will represent the number of defects by cause. Example, payment gateway errors contributes to 120 defects, login failures contributes to 80 defects. You have the red line which shows the cumulative percentage of defects as causes are added from left to right. The green dashed line which indicates the 80% threshold illustrates the Pareto principle. Top two causes, payment gateway and login failures, contribute to a major percentage of total defects. Instead of trying to fix all 5 categories equally, the project team should focus on resolving just the top 2 issues. This will drastically improve quality with the least effort. Instead of spreading effort across 5 different areas, you're going to focus only on those 2. Fixing them first will resolve the bulk of the problems and give the project a huge quality boost. Pareto chart is going to turn raw defect data into actionable insights. You use it to prioritize defect fixes. You use the tool to communicate clear evidence to stakeholders. You use the tool to drive efficient quality improvement. The vital few are clearly identified. The chart highlights that a small number of defect types are responsible for the majority of the problems. The top 2 categories, payment gateway errors and login failures, are the most critical. This is the core of the Pareto principle in action. The total number of defects is 280. Cumulative defects for the top 2 causes, which is 120 and 80 added together, it comes to 200. Percentage of total defects from the top 2 causes, it is 71%. This is a classic 70-30 scenario, which is a variation of a more famous 80-20 rule. The principle holds true. Little more than 1/3 of the defect causes are responsible for over 2/3 of the defects. In this case, addressing payment gateway errors and login failures gets us to a cumulative percentage of 71.4%. Adding server timeouts brings the cumulative percentage to 85.7%. This means that focusing our resources on the top 3 defect types will resolve over 85% of all defects. This is the most crucial takeaway for resource allocation and prioritization. You're going to take an immediate action based on the tool analysis. You're going to convince the development and quality assurance team to perform a root cause analysis on the top 2 highest priority items, namely payment gateway errors and login failures. You will then allocate the majority of the defect resolution budget and engineering hours to fix these 2 top issues. The chart proves that this is the most efficient use of our limited resources. Once the top 2 issues are on a clear path to a resolution, you can shift your focus to the next most critical item, server timeouts. Addressing this brings us past the 80% mark, which is a key milestone. The others category, while present, is the least frequent and should be tackled last, if at all. It represents the trivial many, and attempting to fix them all would be an inefficient use of resources with a low return on investment. The key takeaway is very simple. In project management, not all problems are equal. The Pareto chart helps us cut through the noise, focus on what matters most, and deliver results faster. That is the 80-20 rule in action, and it is one of the smartest tools in our project management toolkit. Hope the knowledge was valuable. We have come to the end of the episode. Thank you for tuning in.